I have developed a line-by-line craps plan called Level Up by CMJ. It's based off our blue collar craps play that we do every day on our live streams. And it's designed to help you build your bankroll, create some side spending money, fund your casino trips, and allow you to pay the taxes due on any of your winnings. If any of this interests you, then watch the video all the way to the end. Hey, my name is Joe, and this is my Craps Master journey. Let's make it yours too. The Level Up with CMJ is based off of my blue collar craps style of play, and it's basically a collection of ideas, principles, and practices that I incorporate on a daily basis during my Level Up lives. And by the way, that's Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to about 9 a.m. Central Time. So feel free to join in at any time. So basically what I did is I whittled down what worked during those shows, and I tossed out what did not. I organized pretty much everything into a complete craps plan that could be used by anybody from a blue collar craps low roller to a white collar I live in a mansion type person. Let's start by introducing the CMJ Bank Builder Google Sheets. And this is what it looks like.
First thing you want to do in this Google Sheet is you want to save it under a different name. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to File, and you're going to make a copy. And let's say we're going to make this Coach Joe 1. Okay, so that way you're going to make that a copy, and that's going to open up a separate sheet now that will be under that Coach Joe 1 right here. So you can't see that on the screen, but it is there, trust me. But let's go back to our original version here. The second thing what we're going to do is we're going to need to determine our starting bankroll. So let's go to the bankroll builder here, and let's go to our bankroll. So let's start our bankroll at 800, but I can make it whatever I want. I can go 1,000. I got 100 on there. Go $1,000. We can go with 5,000. And what's going to happen is it automatically adjusts everything on here as you change that bankroll. But we're going to go back to $800 because that's what I started with this example here. Remember, your starting bankroll is going to be money that you're going to put into your craps journey, and make sure that the money that you're putting into this journey is money that you don't need for paying bills or for putting food on the table or anything for your personal needs. So you're going to enter that amount in cell number C2. That's right there. And again, remember, make sure this is money that's not going to hurt you should you end up losing it. As a side note, I make no guarantees that you're going to be winning all the time, or that you're going to use this program and become a winner. Use it at your own risk. I can only tell you what I've done and what I plan on doing as part of my Level Up with CMJ journey. Basically, your bankroll is going to determine your daily bankroll. So we have a starting bankroll here of $800. Our total bankroll in the beginning is going to be $800. We're going to use 100% of it. And our session money is our daily bankroll. So that's going to be $800. So again, we're using 100% of it. And then this Google Sheet now will generate what your daily bankroll is going to be. So let's say after our first day, we had a winning, blah, blah, blah. And our total bankroll next thing is going to be $905, but the amount of money that we're taking to our casino for the daily sessions will be $891.43, and then our win goal changes as well. Let's say we win our $200 there. Our next total bankroll is going to be $1,045. We're only bringing $1,013 to the casino for our daily bankroll next day. Let's say we win $175, even though our goal is $200. $175 is good enough for me, but our next total bankroll is going to be $1,167.50. The amount of money we bring to the session or to our session is going to be $1,114. So what's happening now is our total bankroll is going to start getting larger. Our session money, we're going to be starting to bring less and less of our total bankroll, and that's going to that percentage is going to change as the program goes along as well, and our win goal is going to change as well. It's going to become easier to make the money as the program goes on. But remember that our daily bankroll is going to be the money that we bring each time that we go to casino, and nothing more than that. As the Level Up with CMJ program continues or progresses, you're going to slowly accumulate a total of 10 daily bankrolls. So this should give you some flexibility should you have a bad day at the casino. The CMJ Bankroll Builder will also give you a suggested daily profit. And again, at first, this profit goal is going to be a little bit high. We're starting at a 20% win goal, which doesn't sound like a lot, but is a lot of money at the casino. But as we go through the program, that suggested win goal is going to get less and less and less as a percentage wise, and it's going to be easier to actually accomplish making your win goal. But don't try to exceed that suggested win goal, because this will only cause undue attention to you if you buy in at the casino ceremony. You're winning like thousands of dollars each time. But it's also going to open you up to minimize your losses if you stick to that suggested win goal. Remember that the longer that you spend at the craps table, the better of a chance that the casino has that they'll actually win all your money from you. So more time at the table is not always the best for you. But now that you have this information, that you need to determine your level of play at the table. So again, our total bankroll is $800. We have a session money of $800. And what we're doing now is we're going to click on the levels tab on the bottom here, and that'll bring you to the levels that we have. And if you look at the different levels of play now, we have a normal strategy. We also have a cold table, or your walk-up strategy. Your walk-up strategy is when you first walk up to the table and you don't know what's really going on, whether it's a good table, bad table, good shooters, bad shooters. That's your walk-up strategy. But the cool thing about each section here is you can do partner play as well. So for example, the Craftsmaster Journey here is going to be myself, but it's also myself and my girlfriend, where we've been doing partner play to try to build our bankroll together. And player 1 on the normal strategy is responsible just for the 6 and 8. Player 2 is responsible for the 4, 5, 9, 10, and field. So everything other than the 6 and 8 is what that partner will do. On the cold table walk-up strategy, player 1 is going to be responsible for the DC and your combats. And keep in mind, this strategy here is basically the Horseman with a CMJ twist to it. Horseman was made famous by John over at Pro Craps, so make sure you check out his channel as well. But player 2 is going to be responsible for all the box numbers. So at level 1, you don't have any box numbers, but at level 2, you start having box number bets. And the levels that I have pre-planned on here is 20 levels long. So if you can get up to 20 level 20, you're doing pretty darn good, because that means that you have a bankroll, a daily bankroll that is, of $37,000. So you're walking in with $37,000 to $40,000 in your pocket. That'd be a pretty cool situation. Might be a highly unlikely, but as you go through the program, it is a possibility if you follow the numbers that are involved. But I have 20 levels set up on here, and should you need more levels, and if you do, you should be able to figure it out yourself. But if you do need more levels, I can always keep on going with the math and do the math for you. Set it out. Just send me an email at crapsmasterjourney@yahoo.com, and I'll get back to you regarding that. So just remember, your level of play is whatever your daily bankroll allows it to be. So for example, let's say your bankroll is $1,500 for the day. So $1,500 would bring you to that level 3 level, which is $1,320 to $2,200. And then I'm going to post separate videos, and they'll be starting to come out pretty soon here on how to play the different levels. Even though I have the rules on here, the rules might be kind of confusing. So I'm actually going to play out each level, starting with level 1 and level 2 and then level 3 and 4 or 5, etc., and show exactly what I mean on here and how I play it. And I'll give you some of the tips and the lessons that I've learned. And most of these first couple levels are levels that I've actually used on my Level Up with CMJ every morning. Again, I go live Monday through Friday every morning, usually around 8 a.m. Central Time, and it goes for about an hour. So make sure you check those videos out and you join us in the live chat, so that we can get to know each other and we can have some fun along our way. As soon as you're done playing at the casino and you have a win, hopefully a win or a loss, you're going to come over here and you're going to enter those amounts in. So let's say it's a $150 win there. Let's say we lost $10 here for the day. We called our quits as soon as we lost, so that's a negative number. Let's say we won $200 here, and we won, we'll say 150 here. I'm just putting in random numbers right now, but again, our win goals are here, but we're going to put our actual wins, our losses right here. We could also put our dates in here. So let's say it's 6/25/24. The next day we went to 6/26/24, and we went to 6/27/24. So you're putting these dates in here because what happens is when you click on your accounts tab, all those dates are going to transfer over for us. But going back to our bankroll builder tab, like I said, as soon as you're done with your play at the table, make sure you log on to your Google Sheet and document your win or your loss. And this is going to update this document and provide information towards your next goals, your next bankroll, your next other accounts that were on here. And I'll go through in a little bit what these accounts are. But we entered in $150. It's going to automatically update the next day's total bankroll as well as the daily session money that you'll be bringing. And I'll tell you what your next win goal is. And after you enter in this actual win or loss, it's going to update the next column again. And, it'll go forward from there. But the awesome part of the CMJ Bankroll Builder Sheet that we have is that we're taking into account 4 different areas of utilizing your wins. So we want $150 here, and it's going to go into either a profit account, your 403G account, your tax account, or your casino expenses account. And let's start off right here with our profit account. So it took $15 of that $150 and put into a profit account. Now, what is a profit account? A profit account is going to be your spending money that you can use however you want, whenever you want, for whatever you want. And it could be, used guilt-free. So if you want to go on a trip and you have enough money in that account, go on a trip. If you want to use that money to have a nice meal, you use the money to have some nice meal. If you want to buy something for the house or the place that you live at, buy something from that. But here are the rules of the profit account. You're going to let this profit account start building up. After 12 sessions, so you get the session number 12 here, you're going to go over to your profit account. Whatever money is in your profit account, you can take half of it out. So let's go over to our account sheet. So you go over to that profit account. So whatever's in there after session number 12, you can take out half of that money. Only half. So right now we only have $24. Oops, I gotta take that out because that was a thing. So right now after 12 sessions, I only have $49 in there. But what's going to happen is I can take half of that $49 and use it towards whatever you want. So here we go to McDonald's because that's about all I can spend for that, and barely that. So we'll take out half of that $49, and that would be what, $24.50. Okay, and what happens now is it takes that $49, $24.50 of it, and it shows you what your balance is. So now when you go to a casino and you start adding more wins and all that, it's going to start increasing these numbers, and you take out half again. And what happens is over time that's going to start building up, and you're going to be able to take out more money as the 12 sessions go through. So it's going to be kind of a nice little profit generator for you that you can use. But remember, only half of it in every 12 sessions. So going back to our bankroll builder sheet, we had our profits, our 403G. So remember, our $800 bankroll was the start. We made $150 that day. $105 of that $150 is going to go back into the next day. So we're going to go from $800 total bankroll to $905 total bankroll. And our daily sessions going to be a little bit less than that. So we're going to have extra money. We're going to be slowly building extra daily bankrolls into our total bankroll. Again, we're starting off at 1 total bankroll and 1 daily bankroll, and that's going to eventually turn into 10 daily bankrolls, will equal 1 total bankroll. But going back over here, this number here now is going to tell you what to put into your next account. So this day we're putting in 105. Well, we lost $10 there, so we're gonna have to take $7 out of our bankroll the next time. So we went from 905 down to 898. And it kind of goes on from there. The next column, and we don't have the daily the 40G account on the accounts there because that's just automatically on this sheet here. Next column is gonna be your tax account. So we put $22.50 in here. We take $1.50 out. We put $30 in, $22.50 in. Go into our accounts page. Now again, that's going to start accumulating. And again, if we use money for taxes, let's say we use $30 out of that, it'll subtract it out there. But your tax account is going to be set up so that way you can pay for, say, your tax preparations or anything tax related. You have taxes that are owed, anything that's tax related. You're going to let that money grow until after you go in, say, April or February or May or February or March or whatever and do your taxes. Whatever money's left in that account after your taxes are done and all your taxes are paid, you can take half of that money out and use it just like your profit account, and you can use it to buy whatever you need to buy. So that's kind of a little cool thing also. The other half stays in there. It accumulates over the year, so that way next tax time again, you have that money available to you for taxes, so you're not struggling or stressing out about things. The last column here is going to be your casino expenses column. And again, your casino expenses, a percentage of your win is going to go into the casino expense column. Now, casino expenses are going to be anything that's casino related. So the gas to get there, if you have any parking fees, any resort fees, any hotel fees, food that you buy on the way there or on the way home, you can take all of that account. But remember, once you're done, make sure you record your expenses. And once you're down to zero, you can't take any more money out of this account. The rest of the money that you're going to spend is going to come out of your own pocket. So remember that is the reality on that. But again, use sparingly, and you can use this as you need for your casino expenses.
The big thing with all these different accounts is that you have all this money accumulating. And, I start off on the sheet there with $800 for your total bankroll. And then you have a $150 win. So 800 plus 150 is actually $900. So you have $900 total between your bankroll and all these other accounts. And you need to keep that somewhere safe. So you have a couple options. You can either open up separate bank accounts and like savings accounts and just keep it in there. Or what I do is I have a safe that's hidden in my home, and I actually have envelopes inside that safe. So I'll have a bankroll envelope, I'll have a tax envelope, I'll have a envelope for my my casino expenses. There, and so that way everything's kept in cash. So that way, should I need that money, it's available to me. But I can do that because I'm very disciplined on how I manage my money. But if you're not so disciplined, you might want to, like you said, open up a separate savings account. And this plan that we're following is kind of based off of the Profit First philosophy. If you've never seen that book or read that book, make sure you read that book. It's actually a pretty good book, and it talks about using your profits first and how you can build up these accounts. And that's kind of the philosophy that we're using here. Now, as we go forward in the program here, and as I do the videos in the future, I'm going to give you some different rules to follow at that time for the level of play that you're playing. But a few general rules for the level up program, this level up CMJ program, is basically as follows. 1, you're going to bring only the daily bankroll that you need for that day to the casino, nothing more. Make sure that you leave your cards in the car or in a hotel safe. And your cards, meaning your credit cards, your debit cards, anything that you can get money out. So that way all you have on you is that cash, that daily bankroll. So that way you don't run the risk of spending more than what you have. Number 2 general rule is use your casino expense account sparingly. Again, remember, like I said before, once you're done with the money in that casino expense account, the rest of the money that you're spending on your casino experience is going to come out of your pocket. And why not use the profits that you win from playing craps, towards funding your craps or your casino expenses? Why take money out of your pocket more than what you have to do? Number 3, Make no mistakes along the way here. So in other words, practice the strategy that you're following multiple times, many times, hundreds of times before you actually use that strategy in the casino. So that way you know the ins and outs about the strategy, about how it wins, how it loses, things that you need to look for. And then also you'll know what your presses are, your bets are going to be prior to it actually happening. So that way it becomes routine. And if you get caught up in the experience of the casino, you can actually just rattle off your next numbers, and that way it won't be a problem. And if you have a problem remembering what's on the table as far as your bets are concerned, ask the dealer, hey, how much do I have on that 6, or how much do I have on that 8, or how much is on the 10? They will tell you. They will count it out, tell you. Not a big deal. So that way, just like, oh, okay, I got $25 on 10. I know I got $50 the next time. So that's kind of a little tip for you. Your daily bankroll is going to determine your level of play. So this is number 4. In other words, if your daily bankroll is at $1,200, then that means that you only use $1,200 for that level of play. So that $1,200, if I remember correctly, brought you up to level 3. So you go with what the level 3 bets are. Make sure you're not laddering up, you're not laddering down. Remember, our levels are set up so that you have anywhere between 10 to 20 shooters in bankroll, and sometimes even more than that. But if you can go 20 shooters around a table, and that'll take you probably 2-3 hours, and you're not making money, then you probably shouldn't be there for the day. You would have lost your daily bankroll. So keep in mind, again, your daily bankroll is gonna determine that level of play. Don't play above and don't be playing below. Number 5, I kind of covered this a little bit earlier, but number 5 is going to be practice extensively at home. Practice this hundreds of times before you get to the actual casino. Remember the difficulty of winning money in the casino. Remember, craps is a negative expectation game, but the difficulty of winning money at the craps table is hard the way it is. So once you practice this, you're not going to be making mistakes, or you're going to make fewer mistakes. And the fewer mistakes that you have, the better chance it is to win money at the table using the program that I have set up. Number 6, if the money in your rack plus the money on the table is equal to or greater than your daily profit goal, take all your money off, put it in your rack, and cash out, or color up, if you will. Again, making money at the craps table is difficult enough the way it is. The casino is going to win your money the longer that you're at the table. So if you have your profit goal between the money on the table and the money in your rack, color up, get off the table, go to the cashier's cage, put that stuff in your pocket, go home, record it on Google Sheets, and get your next bankroll together for the next session or next time you go to the casino. Number 7, if you have any excess money above your daily profit goal, you have options. You can first of all use it as fun money. You can go and spend money however you want, whatever you want, just use that extra money towards that. Or maybe you can use that fun money towards continuing your play at the craps table. So that way if you win money, great. If you lose it, who cares? But that extra above your profit goal is just going to be extra money. So use it however you need to. Rule number 8, or general suggestion number 8, is if you're in your recovery mode, so in other words, you've lost a few shooters worth of bankroll and you're trying to get that money back, when you get to level 5 or step 5 of the level that you're on, consider taking all your money off the table and put it into your rack. So for example, at say level 2, if we get all of our money across, we're coming down to the 96 across bet level. So let's say we're down $150. You take that $96, put it in your rack, you go from down $150 to only down $50 approximately, or $54. So that way of recovering is gonna help you get your bankroll back faster, and you're gonna spend less time at the table doing that. Now, keep in mind, if you do use this practice, you're not going to be there for that big roll. Again, the blue collar craps style play is not really about the big roll, but the big roll does help you bring your bankroll back into check and get you faster to that profit goal. Number 9, anytime you experience 3 to 4 not profitable shooters in a very quick amount of time, get off the table. In other words, end your session for that time, or end your session for the day. Whatever you feel is necessary, but that's going to help you maintain that bankroll, especially in the beginning of our journey. In the beginning of our journey, we're using 100% of our bankroll. So if you lose that $800, say if that's what your buy-in is, your first bankroll, you lose that $800, you have to start over from scratch. But as the journey goes along and as we go further into the program, we start accumulating more bankroll. So let's say you have $10,000 as a total bankroll, but you might only be bringing $4,000 with you to the casino. So that means you have $6,000 at home that you can use towards your bankroll and help supplement that. But remember, if you have 3 to 4 shooters that are losers in a quick succession, get off the table. It usually means it's a cold table, or end it for the day, but that is an option that you do want to probably highly consider. Suggestion number 10 is, let's say you're on a trip or you go to like a casino meetup. A lot of times I'll go down to Chicago area where I meet with Arnell from Dice Grinders, and Sith Lord SB, and Fuzzy, and Demon Dog Chris, and Coach Joe, and the whole group down there. Too many people to mention. But let's say you're on a trip and you don't know how much bankroll to bring. My suggestion is bring one daily session. So if your session's gonna be $1,000, bring $1,000 for the trip. Hopefully it's a small trip for $1,000. But let's say your daily bankroll's up to $5,000. Just bring $5,000 with you and break it into the number of days that you're gonna be there. The reason I say that is because it's very easy to get caught up in the moment when you're around all these other people, and a lot of other people are probably bigger bettors than you will be if you're following the level of program. But remember, our goal is not that profit goal that day, so we're not trying to make tons of money that day. Our goals can be over time, starting to accumulate our profits so they start building a bigger bankroll, so that way you can actually make more profit each day. In the beginning with an $800 bankroll, we're only looking at $160, which is only 20% of that bankroll, which is hard enough to make, but it's going to be easy to make as well at times. So you might walk up to the casino table and within 10 minutes make your goal. Well, then you're done for that session or that day or whatever you determine it to be. But anyhow, like I said, if you're going on that trip, just consider bringing one daily bankroll, split it out amongst the different days or different sessions, and then that way you can play at the level that bankroll allows you to and make that win goal that you're looking for. Like I said many times earlier in the video here, I'm going to be rolling out the actual levels as in the near future. So start looking for those videos that will be coming out and show you how I play the CMJ Blue Collar Craps level up style. And also, if you have questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below this video, and I would be happy to respond to the majority of you guys. But also, please help support the channel here. Give me those thumbs up, like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Every little bit of help is a great pleasure, and it is greatly appreciated by me. And I right now do thank you for everything that you guys have done for me so far. At the current moment, we're at just over 2,450 subscribers. So it's been a long journey already, and it's only going to be much longer because I plan on being here for a very long time. But hey, my name is Joe. This is my Craps Master journey. Let's make it yours too. We'll see you guys in the next video.